They just lost 2 out of 3 to the Miami Marlins. They just turned a 4-2 homestand into a 3-3 homestand, going now to Cincinnati as we welcome you to Phillies Postgame Live, presented by our friends at Cure Auto Insurance. John Kruk in a moment from the ballpark. Here's Ricky Batalico and Ben Davis. It was not a thrilling, scintillating game, and made even worse
this
by
was
the
about
fact
as
of the way
boring
they
as
lost
it comes. I mean, you want my honest opinion. I think this is about as boring as it comes. No offense from the Phillies in this one, and if you call what they did scrape together offense, congratulations to you. The Marlins, same thing. I didn't think they got anything going. And you could look as far as you want. What do you want to say? That Jose Alvarado threw one bad pitch? All right, that's fine, because that was really a big difference in this ball game. He ended up giving up 1 run in the third inning. But I can't find much to blame except for the Philadelphia Phillies hitters. The offense has got to get it kicking in gear. And I'm talking about big time. I mean, yeah, you threw one big game up there, but we got to see this offense click more than one game in a row. You have to see 2, 3, 4 games in a row, maybe something start going on the positive edge. I'm not feeling it right now.
Yeah, I don't think they are
4
either.
and 8.
Ben, what would you point to that caused this loss?
Oh, I'd say that a lot of the big guns aren't getting it done offensively right now. Schwarber's a little bit of a concern. JT Realmuto is a little bit of a concern offensively. And the runners in scoring position. Both teams today just 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. The Phillies just not able to get it done when they needed to get it done the most. But some strikeouts in this one, and they go up against the guy, Edward Cabrera, that came into the game in 6 2/3 innings with 13 walks, led all of Major League Baseball. Only walked one guy today. Had a pretty good breaking ball, did Cabrera, but I think they definitely had their opportunities, just could not cash in.
Your number 3 and your number 5 hitters. Kyle Schwarber is hitting 188 right now. That's not really getting the job done. And your number 5 hitter, JT Realmuto, is hitting 200. And that's, by the way, 200, that's down from, 500 early on the first couple games. So he's been going south quickly. This is where you need your stars to step up. You know, I mean, bottom line is these guys are over here, and they're supposed to be these big run production guys. It's time to start clicking a little bit.
Let's go across the street to the ballpark, check in with John Kruk, call today's game with Tom McCarthy. And, John, when you look at this and you look at the lineup today, it should have gotten more runs against, you just heard Ben say, against Edward Cabrera. 13 walks in his first 2 outings. I don't know if there was a lack of patience at the plate. Cabrera found the strike zone, but you would think they'd be able to get more runs than just 2.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Early in the game, I thought, we would see the Phillies, because of all the walks that Cabrera had in his first 2 starts, I thought we'd see the Phillies take more pitches, be more selective. And they came out swinging. And, I think after like an inning or 2, you might have to change courses and say, we're helping this guy out a little bit by swinging early in the count. Rick, as a pitcher, if you're struggling with command and you have guys swinging at a breaking ball first pitch, you're like, okay, I just won the lottery.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but I think that's what happened early in the game with them, and they but they also, because he was getting outs like that early in the game, I think it gave him the confidence that, I'm fine. I ain't going to walk no 7 in this game like I've been the last couple games. So he just decided to walk 1.
You know what's funny, John? We've all been there. Ben, you, myself, we've all played in the getaway games. This one, to me, felt like a giveaway game. It was kind of like one of – I know it sounds funny, but there's certain things like, you know what? It just looked like the ball club showed up to the ballpark, and that kind of was it. Now, I just want to go to extra innings. You have a guy, a number 9 hitter, in Christian Pache, come up in that 10th inning. I don't understand the situation. This guy's not going to do a lot of damage. Bunt him, do something, at least hit the ball to the right side of the field. Are you a little surprised that Rob Thomson didn't put anything on there?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, though. Sacrifice bunting because of the DH. Pitchers aren't here to hit and bunt and get guys over. I just don't think that the bunting is going to be a prominent part of the game unless you're trying to bunt for a base hit. I don't think the sacrifice bunt. As a matter of fact, have we seen a sacrifice bunt this year? And how many games?
Question.
14 games, 15. I don't recall seeing one. So that part of the game is taken out. But you would like to see trying to hit the ball the other way, move the runner to third base so where a fly ball or, any hard ground ball can get through a drawn-in infield to tie the game up. But,
I guess
last year, what we talked about last year with them, Rick, was how great at the end of the season and in the postseason they situational hit. That hasn't happened yet.
I guess my question was, do you think he understands that, maybe hitting the ball to the right side would have been a good idea?
I would hope he does. He's been around long enough that that's
I mean, you're turning it over
baseball
to
101.
In his eyes, he should have been thinking, I'm turning it over to Stott and Turner.
Yes. Well, that would have been the hope, and that would have been, But like I said, I just don't know if we're into the thing now where we don't want to give up outs. That's why we don't bunt. That's why we don't force ourselves to hit the ball the other way. We don't want to give up and out. But sometimes you give up and out, you score a run.
That ball came in at 99.9, went out at 107.8. It got out in a hurry. We were killing a fan out there in left center.
Look at the trajectory.
I mean, it just didn't get up. 41.7 feet.
That's 417.
Oh, 417 feet. My bad. But I don't know if it got.
I was going to say, would he pop up to the pitcher?
But
that's crazy.
It was a blast by Soler. It got out there in a hurry. I still had the feeling that even though the game was low scoring, the Phillies were going to add a run on and then tie it and then go ahead and win it, and unfortunately was not to be.
In all reality, this team has to wake up. You can't kind of, I'll go with the old cliche, you can't lollygag your way through the first part of the season and think that the same thing that happened last year is going to happen again. You can't continually do that. What you have to do is wake yourself up now. I know they're going on a nice little road trip to Cincinnati. If you go into Cincinnati, you lose that series, there's going to be a lot of murmurs going on.
Yeah, well, I think there's some murmurs now at 4 wins, 8 losses.
Yeah, I knew the Phillies were in trouble in the very first inning. They got 2 hits from 2 different players and 2 stolen bases from two different players and did not score. So there in itself is a big problem. They got to fix it with runners in scoring position. I know the other night they were 9 for 19 when they scored the 15 runs. That's neither here nor there. But the bottom line is, with the exception of that game, the runners in scoring position, they have not been efficient at all.
All right, let's hear from the skipper of the Philadelphia Phillies, Rob Thomson, in the clubhouse.
I did, but with the state of our bullpen, the guys that were coming in after Kimbrel, in my estimation, we might be putting them at risk because they've been overloaded. So decided to go for the win. And I did tell Pasha that if the bunt base hits there, go for it. But other than that, swing the bat.
Why'd you end up playing with Alvarado in that spot?
Just to get him on a rise.
Overall, this first homestand, you guys led late, 4, 5, 6 games. Go 3-3. Just what was your overall impression of this first homestand?
Overall, I thought we played well. We really did. We had the one bad game, but other than that, I thought we played well. We're swinging the bats pretty well, playing good defense, and now it looks like our starting pitching's starting to come. Wheeler was outstanding today. Velocity was up, and he held it for most of the game. I thought his slider, sweeper, they call it, was really good. Got a lot of soft contact, did a great job. I thought all of our pitchers did, really. Soto was excellent. I thought Sranthony got 2 soft hits off him, but he did his job, and his velocity was up, and he looked good. Kimbrel gives up the base hit, or the base hit down the right field line inside the bag, but I thought everybody was really good.
Back to Alvarado. So was there any thought to using someone else in the 7th against the bottom 3 and having him for the 8th for potential Jazz and
so
Ross?
the thing with that was we had him up in the 6th, and he was hot, so we didn't want to sit him back down. He'd had a couple days off, so we decided just to stay with him.
You generally avoided using him for more than anything last year.
Yeah.
Felt like that you could have done some spot more.
Yeah, and really, I mean, he showed us as the year went on that he could do that and handle that. So I have a lot of confidence in him. I was kind of shocked that Soler hit that ball out, with as well as he's been pitching.
What did you see out of Wheeler in the 5th inning? What did you see?
He just lost his own a little bit, and actually I said Alvarado in the sixth. That was the fifth inning, I believe we had him. No, it was the sixth. It was sixth. I'm sorry. With Wheels, he just lost his own, and then he came off and we had a chat and asked him how he was doing. He said he felt great, so we ran him back out, and he was really good in the sixth.
Well, you felt like you played well this homestand. What do you think was the difference between having a winning homestand and finishing 3-3?
More runs than the other team. Like I said, I don't know the answer to that question, but I do know that we're playing better, and it seems like as we move forward, everything's starting to come together. Guys are grinding, they're preparing, they're competing. And we're gonna be in a good spot here soon.
I don't know how much longer you think he can keep this up, but here are the most multi-hit games this season, Ricky Bo.
Yeah, and Luis Ariz looked like he may have injured himself in today's game. Did not look very good in his last at-bat, but he had a hit in this ball game. It seems as though these guys that have gotten it going early on are really kind of carrying their ball club. Bryson Stott's got to be that guy right now. I mean, if you have two of your main hitters in Schwarber and Real Muto really struggling now, somebody else has got to pick up the pace.
And he's seeing so many pitches. It's incredible. When he gets down in the count, he somehow finds a way to just kind of flick at the baseball. He goes to the no-stride approach, and he'll just flick at it just to see another pitch and able to foul off. That is a technique, a talent, if you will, that you can stay in at bats and just foul it off to find one that you really like and then have at it. He's got that knack. It's a great ability.
In the Phillies' first 11 games, only Aaron Nola had pitched at least 6 innings as a starter until today when Zack Wheeler joins him. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, a run, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, all in the 5th inning. 95 pitches. ERA goes down to 4.02. Here's Wheeler in the clubhouse.
That's the 5th when I walked those 3 guys. Kind of just got away from me, but I was able to get out of there without any damage. So thought overall is a lot better than what I've been doing.
What do you think was the cause of that in the 5th?
I have no idea. I got over the first, and I was a little winded after that. Because I got over there a little late, so I had a sprint, and with the pitch clock is counting down, so I had to keep going. But try to buy a little time with a new ball and stuff. Just try to work it a little bit, but that's kind of where it catches up to you. And had a couple of visits, I think it was. So I don't know. It was just noted, and for future reference, how to go about it, kind of. So I was trying to throw my cutter a little bit there that inning, and it was just getting away from me. So I think if I would have executed that a little better that inning, I would have got out of there a little easier.
You haven't been happy with the pitch clock. Do you feel any more comfortable with it?
I don't think you're ever going to get comfortable with it. It's always pressure to get the right sign, get the right grip, and feel comfortable and go. The track meet today, just because all the innings were going by quick, and before you knew it, it's 4th or 5th inning. So I don't think I'm ever going to get comfortable with it, but you just got to deal with it, and just try to do your best.
Even on the bench.
Come on, Zach, man, you're an athlete. Get over there. Do some more jumping jacks. Do a little road work. He's winded getting over to first.
Got to go to break.
Oh, we got to go to break. That's the numbers on Zack Wheeler today. He pitched a good outing, 6 innings. I hope he's recovered for the next start. I think he will be, right? Don't you?
Yeah.
I think he will.